Alright guys, hello and welcome to another set in Alchemy League. This one is from week 3. This is our first set ever played in week 3. Unless you count maybe my set from week 3, but I don't count that because I don't plan on casting that. So we have a 1 from the Copper Division. Let's see, let me check. I believe these guys are CU2. Jasuni says I am sick, so I might not have been playing at my best. Oh yeah, all right. Well, we'll see about that. Jasuni thinks that being sick is equivalent to 5% less handicap. Whoa, Jasuni, you're getting ahead of things. You're getting ahead of things. I will explain in just a moment here. Yeah, so these guys are in CU2. Let's start this game before I forget. Because there's nothing worse than like talking for 15 minutes and then realizing that you didn't actually start the game. I don't know if I've ever done that to you guys, but I think I've come a little bit close. So we have Copper Division 2. Copper Division 2 is, I would say mid 1200 to mid 1400, probably like low 1200 to low 1400, I think. But Jasuni is low 800 elos. That is our guess. So because Jasuni's elo is actually in the low 800s, we have given him 20% handicap for Alchemy League. He doesn't really have enough games to prove what his elo is exactly. I mean, the program that I wrote did the best that it could, and it used the theory of elo and everything like that to account for a win rate and a low number of games and everything like that. And our best guess is that Jasuni is in the low 800s. So, be that as it may, we have applied a 20% handicap to try to compensate for Jasuni's estimated elo, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because Jasuni is not prize eligible. It matters in the sense of like how many wins can Warlion get, but even if Jasuni goes through and wrecks everybody because he has too much handicap, he will not be able to move on to the tournament phase and win actual money. So it's really just about like the players that go against him. You know, can they beat this player? And Jasuni's actually done pretty well. He's denied a lot of points to his opponents throughout Alchemy League, which is pretty impressive. He's denied more points to his opponents than I have throughout Alchemy League, which is pretty impressive, all things considered here. So Jasuni, I think, has won. He's basically the past 2 weeks he's gone 2-1 against all of his opponents. So he's actually won twice as many games as he has lost. His opponent is Warlion. Warlion has done pretty solidly as well, I believe, in Alchemy League. I'd have to look up Warlion's exact stats. I'm not prepared to do that. I think Warlion was estimated to be in the mid-1300s. But Warlion is a very aggressive player. And so I think that Warlion's style could be more effective against Jasuni than maybe some previous players who boomed up. See, that 20% handicap is very useful for Jasuni in the late game. It helps in the early game too. Maybe helps you get a man-at-arms rush going. But I think it's even more powerful in the late game. But Warlion does not like late game. Warlion likes to kill you way before then. He knows all kinds of different strategies because he's Warlion, and that's something that he's very proud of. And he likes to what's the word I want? He likes to curate strategies. He likes to look through strategies and pick through custom maps and make decisions. It's kind of a good fit for him. It's a good fit for both of them. But the difference being that Jasuni is much newer. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe Warlion will be able to overcome that monstrous 20% handicap. Or maybe he will fall and Jasuni will win most of the games, as he has previously. We just don't know. Jasuni pointing out that due to handicap, because he started with more wood, he was able to have a fishing ship before his town center was up. Well, that is pretty helpful. We can see that Jasuni's got 4 fish here, and he's got 10 villagers. But Warlion also has 14. So let's talk about their civilizations. Warlion is the Lithuanians, and Jasuni is the Italians. I like both of these civilizations for this map. I think this is a great map to do like a monk push on. I mean, the relics are pretty much all in one place. We've got a burned, fortified church here. And you put down 3 monasteries, and you crawl across the map with monks in siege, and your opponent doesn't have a lot of gold options. So you push them off of, let's say, their main gold, and they pretty much only have this back here. And so that could be pretty chaotic. Not a lot of farming space. Maybe towers could be very effective, too, if you build lots of towers and castles. This map is called Cataclysm, just so you guys know. It kind of says it down here, but I'm going to say it, too. And it was made by BP Dredge. And it is inspired by a moon that has fallen into its planet, creating a cataclysmic event. So, and now people are returning from other moons nearby to rebuild civilization as we know it. So, we've seen some interesting strategies on here. We've seen lots of towers and castles. We've seen a lot of civilizations with water bonuses. We've seen a lot of civilizations with water bonuses. Lithuanians have a different kind of water bonus, though. Lithuanians can do the insta-dock, so that's probably why Warline is sort of caught up in economy to Jasuni, is you can afford to build your dock immediately. And he may not have been able to afford the wood for a fishing ship, but he could go straight to wood when he builds his town center. Because you start with extra food, you don't have to worry about bringing that food in to keep your town center working. You can send all those villagers to wood and be able to afford fishing ship production. So Warline is on his way up to the feudal age. Jasuni is not going up to the feudal age just yet. Is Jasuni maybe lacking the buildings to go up to the feudal age? He has a dock, and he's built a bunch of houses on this little satellite here. But he's not up yet. Maybe he's queued it. Okay, he's got it queued after this villager. So, probably Warline will make a single fire ship, I would imagine. Oh wait, what's this? Okay, Warline is coming over here in a transport ship. Interesting. So is Warline planning on building a forward dock next to Jasuni's fish to catch him off guard? And that could be pretty devastating. We'll see. So we got, I like how we have dolphins here. That's so funny that they're dolphins. Doesn't make sense. They're like space whales, right? So let's talk about strategies, though. I don't know what Jasuni's doing. Here we go. All right, so he's on his way up to the feudal age, and he's building a barracks. Warline had his TC up earlier. That's a good point. That could be part of the reason why he's competitive. So Warline is in the feudal age now, and he's building a stable. And will Warline, it looks like he's amassing food. Will Warline make a blacksmith as well? Oh, but he doesn't have the gold, so I don't really know. I guess Warline's going to go scouts. Yep. Warline's going scouts, and he's probably going to build a dock somewhere. Wait, what? What is this? So Warline is trying to prevent Jasuni from escaping, but Jasuni does manage to get away. Warline's going to leave before Jasuni comes back with a full HP villager. Well, that was kind of cheeky. I'm not really sure what the point of that was. But maybe Warline will now build a dock over here, or maybe he'll build a tower. Let's see what Warline knows about Jasuni's economy, and like where all of Jasuni's resources are. Okay, so he has no idea. So Warline doesn't even know where Jasuni's town center is. So he's going to build this outpost to help him explore. He got the first strike, exactly. I mean, who is out here fishing and expects a villager to pop in? It's actually kind of dangerous, though, because even if he has loom, your loomed villagers are more powerful. They have slightly more health. Warline here with the scouts taking Jasuni off of gold. So Warline is going to figure out pretty quickly where all of Jasuni's resources are. And Jasuni's going to need to maybe build a palisade across here or put up a tower. He has some stone. If he could build a tower maybe right... Well, see, it's tricky because If he builds it on this side, the scouts will massacre him before he gets to the stone. But if he builds it on this side, then the villagers can't hop in the tower to stay protected. So Jasuni is doing the right thing here. He's making spearmen. I like this choice. I think that this is a good choice. Oh, by the way, Jasuni, tell me, how is the microphone quality? Is it any better from previous videos? Oh wait, what? I even uninstalled OBS and reinstalled a newer version of OBS to try to improve. Oh. Okay, to try to improve it because I thought it might have been a bad setting or something like that. Okay, so it looks like it's not too bad. Jasuni gets away. He has only lost one villager from that. And I'm surprised that Warlion is allowing this to continue. Like, why wouldn't Warlion just build one fire ship and head over here? He has the resources for it. A little bit of an echo. Really? Alright, well, we can potentially turn the microphone... Actually, I don't want to mess too much with the microphone. Maybe we turn it up here and then turn this down a little bit and turn this up, and hopefully that maybe helps out a little bit. Let me know if that did anything, Jasuni, or if it made it worse. If it made it worse, then I want to know. But as long as it doesn't sound scratchy, and that's really what's the word I want? It's not scratchy. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. It's been a long day. Okay, Warlion is on his way up to the Castle Age, so he did a little bit of damage with the scouts. Static rather than echo, but I'm not confident on that. I think it's a little better. Not particularly scratchy, I think. So it is sounding a little bit staticky. So Warlion has been building outposts across here, just to keep an eye on what Jasuni does. Does it sound like it's scrapey, like it's very poor quality video? I guess I'll just have to go in and listen to it. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna change anything right now. Warlion is advanced to the Castle Age, and he is adding a second town center right away. I would just go for it. I would just monk rush him. I would just monk rush this guy. Woolaloo. Just convert everything he's got. That's what I would love to do. Alright, Jasuni's still fishing. Warlion has not done anything to disrupt that. They've both just fished in peace. Jasuni has made some fire ships, though, but he hasn't found Warlion's fish. He's busy over here breaking away into Warlion's base. Jasuni is in Castle Age now, and he is getting every single Castle Age technology at the same time, because he's rich. And Jasuni is working on stone. So maybe Jasuni wants to build castles and make Genoese crossbowmen. Alright, Warlion has prepared an attack force. His monastery works a little bit faster, and I like how he's built his monastery right next to this burned monastery. Jasuni may be seeing these knights coming, and he's walling here. Quick walling, but the knights are going to get Ed. Alright, so one villager goes down, and Warlion has some spearmen here as well. Or not spearmen, skirmishers. Spear-throwing men. And these skirmishers are going to attack villagers and slowly whittle them down that are mining gold. So Jasuni's going to have to maybe build a defensive castle. A defensive castle right here could be pretty good for him. It would secure this gold, this stone, and maybe part of this wood line and this wood line. And he's got a little bit of time. Oh no, Jasuni, he's going to build it here. He might be able to get this up here. If he, like, garrisoned his town center and shot at the knights, he could discourage them from attacking this castle. But please, Jasuni, don't build the castle with only 2 villagers. So now Warlion is going to send everything that he has to try to deny that castle or make it as painful as possible. In fact, if I were Warlion, I'd be rolling the Mangonel up here right now. But it doesn't look like Warlion has a siege workshop. So he's not going to be able to do that. And Warline wants to build a town center on these minerals down here. This is kind of a... I don't like this town center. I would have built this town center here, personally. But it's fine. He's got the right idea. So it looks like Warline has accepted that this castle will go up. And Jasuni stays alive. For the time being, he's able to defend his base. He'll be able to wipe out these skirmishers. Somehow Warline has a villager in here. I think that was Jasuni's villager, but Warline converted it. But it only had 40 HP. So maybe you guys can clarify. If you convert a handicapped villager, does it lose its handicap? Does it lose like its extra health and such? Jasuni confirming that Warline converted it. Okay, alright, well, that's good to know. Oh, Warline has triggered the relic victory. Warline's plan is completely different. Maybe Warline's plan is not to kill Jasuni, but to give Jasuni no time to kill him. So, what does Jasuni do now? I think Warline is still out to get Jasuni, though. He is building a siege workshop, so I guess Warline still plans to kill Jasuni, but he's going to do it while getting a relic victory, which is pretty classy. It's classic Warline. It's not good enough for me to wave a relic victory over your head. I have to come kill you. So Warline is going to build this siege workshop, and he's going to start pressuring Jasuni. Jasuni has a lot of wood. He could build some more farms, I think. He could use some. But his mill is kind of in an awkward position. It's close to the ocean. I guess if you control water, that's not that big of a deal. Okay, looks like Jasuni has come over here finally with the galley and cleared this all out. And he's still exploring with the transport ship. And Jasuni is still taking fish, so he's still fishing. Warline getting redemption. He's doing a better job of spending his resources, and Jasuni building a monastery and a university. And chases away Warline's monks with his Genoese crossbowmen. I would think the Genoese crossbowmen would be very easy to deal with if you have monks. They have less range than standard archers, and I think they're easier to convert to by nature of being a unique unit. So Jasuni says it shouldn't, but if the villager changes to a different type of villager, it should revert. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying, because it could go from being a miner to a villager. Okay, so Warline is getting fletching, probably to help his skirmishers deal extra damage to this random gold miner here, and he does have a mangonel out. So Jasuni knows he's going to have to make a move here against Warline. Maybe Jasuni builds like 6 monks and just comes out, and maybe well, the mangonel could be a problem. Maybe he makes 6 monks and a knight. The knight goes for the mangonel, the 6 monks convert Warline's knights if he has any left. But if Jasuni could somehow build a castle in range of this monastery, Warline's relic victory would be over. Because Jasuni will always have the resources to make petards. Actually, I would love to see Jasuni make petards either way, and just rush out here and just blow up the monastery with petards. I think that could be a pretty clutch play. So Warline is building a house here. It looks like Warline is housed. He's got 86 villagers, 87 villagers to Jasuni's 44. So Warline actually has not been super aggro against Jasuni. He's been annoying, and he's done some things, but Warline preferring to get a big economy going, which I don't understand why he would do that. Warline, well, let me rephrase it. Warline was very aggressive when he played against me. But in this case, Warline is just content to just boom up. I guess he's got the relic victory. Maybe he's just not that worried. Jasuni building another castle with a single villager. And then a town center over here with another single villager. Jasuni, if you can hear me, build your castles with lots of villagers so they're more likely to be constructed on time without being, you know, killed by other units and such. So Warline has castle dropped Jasuni's town center. Jasuni is not going to be able to deal with this very easily. He'll need to go up to Imperial Age, perhaps, or make a big group of Rams and make a push. But I don't think the Rams are going to happen because Warlion... Let's see if Warlion knows where Jasuni's... Yeah, he knows where the Siege Workshop is. So if Jasuni does start making Siege, he'll know about it. And he's actually going to come over here and convert this Siege Workshop, which is pretty annoying. Now, he won't convert the unit inside of the Siege Workshop, but Jasuni will not be able to make more Rams. I don't know if the Ram is ejected automatically if this building is converted. I think Jasuni ejected that Ram beforehand. This is not enough Rams. And Warlion can very easily make Litus to kill Rams that are attacking the base of it, and that is indeed what he has done. He has made a single Litus for that purpose. He's got a Knight here, and he's got a Mangonel, so this Ram is not going to last for very long. Warlion with only 80 years left on the counter. Looks like Jasuni came in with one Knight to raid. Alright, Warlion is on his way up to the Imperial Age. Alright, so I think he wanted to build something out here, but Jasuni is making a move. Oh! Jasuni's got some Genbos, and he's got a couple of random Knights. Maybe Jasuni can get the Siege Workshop up. Jasuni just he wants to buy time. He wants to get a Ram out, he wants to get a Ram working on this monastery, and he wants to shut down Warlion's Relic Victory. Jasuni is very tenacious, and he is also getting Devotion to make his units harder to convert. He needs to pay attention here, because Warlion's Mangonel has just gone under his town center, and it's just killing villagers. The villagers are having rocks thrown on their heads. It is very, very devastating. She goes down. She goes down. Jasuni not paying attention over there. He's busy microing over here, I think. And indeed, Jasuni does have a couple of Rams under construction. Warlion is going to be Imperial Age in 30 seconds. Jasuni will need some more monks, I think. He's building another Siege Workshop just to help him get more Rams out. And there is a Mangonel rolling up here for Warlion. That Mangonel is going to be able to attack this Ram. And so are these Knights, actually. Jasuni doesn't have enough accompanying units to stop it, and the Ram goes down very quickly. The monastery is damaged, but it is still undamaged enough to hold the relics. Jasuni has another Ram in this Siege Workshop, so Jasuni's eco is... Okay, he did finally deal with that Mangonel there. That was pretty annoying for him to have to deal with. And I guess Warlion just ignoring this Ram here, so Jasuni's gonna come back and presumably push in just a minute or so. He doesn't have much time. There's only 30 years left. Trebuchet rolls forward for Warlion. It's going to work on Jasuni's castle. Jasuni has colonized most of this part, but and Warlion's sort of running out of wood here. Warlion has really gone heavily into the moon that has collapsed into the planet. Alright, so castle. Jasuni, Warlion building this castle here. Jasuni is making his push now. He has to. Warlion with the repairs. Jasuni must have accidentally clicked that castle, or else he couldn't get to the monastery. The Ram is... I think Warlion is going to repair this monastery faster than the Rams can destroy it. The Rams go down, and that should be it. Jasuni is out of Rams. He's lost his castle. Warlion controls the relics and is dropping another castle here. So we got 3. 2, 1, and 0. Warlion is victorious. He has won a relic victory. So the first game goes to Warlion. It looks like even if the relics were not a factor, Warlion may have won, most likely would have won this game in the long term, I think. Did he finally do something about Jasuni's fish? Yes, he did. Let's watch the next game. This is Jasuni's home map, Whirlpool Lake. Jasuni is the creator of this map. He knows all about it. So it would make sense that Jasuni would want to play on this map as the map maker. He might know the nuances of the map. So what do I have to say about this map? Well, other than the fact that it was made by Jasuni, the physical description of Whirlpool Lake is that you've got this big pit here, and there's water, and there's fish in the water. And the fish are a good economic resource, I suppose. You could build a dock and you could take them. Or if you lose the fish, you could actually build a dock back here inside of your own base. And then you could come out here and you could sink your opponent's fish, because this is all connected. These are all mangrove shallows. These are buildable, navigable, and walkable. And so that's pretty interesting. And you have to be careful, though, because if your opponent wins water, your opponent could potentially come into your town and actually just burn everything that's on these mangrove shallows or blow everything up. The only thing that's in their way is this sea tower right here. And the sea tower, Jasuni's not a good example, but we'll click on Warlion's here because he doesn't have a handicap. Sea towers don't look very powerful. They only have 500 HP, but they deal massive bonus damage to ships. So it's not a lot, but it's more than it seems, especially if you maybe wall the channel off. Jasuni saying Warlion was in a winning state even without the relic victory. In retrospect, I would have been better off going scouts and competing for the relics. I agree. So, what else does this map have? Well, we've got markets in the corners. We actually have not seen anybody use these markets yet. We have seen a few relic victory or relic victory attempts on this map. It's common for people to build a dock and try to get the relics very quickly after winning water and then coming back and garrisoning them in a monastery. Byzantines are a very popular civilization on this map. I'm glad that we do not see them here. Jasuni has picked Portuguese before. Portuguese, of course, get the Feitoria, and they get all those bombard towers, and they got good ships and everything like that. I'm kind of curious, though. I'm looking at Warlion's civilization of Chinese, and I'm not really sure what to make of that. Look at this. Jasuni finding Warlion's town center the hard way. What? He survives. Wow, that's impressive. Jasuni says, I think Chinese are a good civ on this map. The one time I played Chinese on this, I got to feudal with 25 seconds of TC idle time with no handicap. So Chinese are weird, because Chinese start with no food, right? Or maybe they start with some food now that the devs keep changing everything. I can never keep up with that sort of stuff. So Warlion has not docked yet, but Jasuni has. And Warlion starting with maybe the extra villagers for Chinese. Maybe he figures if I'm good at managing Chinese eco, I can sort of compensate for the fact that my opponent has a little bit of an economic bonus in the Dark Age because of that handicap. So let's see what Warlion is up to. He's got a bunch on wood. He's sending a 5th out, so he's going to contest water as well, most likely. He'll build a dock right here. I like the water on this map because it's less snowballing. You have a hill, and if your opponent is attacking your fishing ships, chances are he is attacking uphill. So if you are going to attack your opponent, chances are you are attacking uphill. That's kind of the fun thing about the Whirlpool. Warlion taking some deer here. Jasuni says, still no food. They tried changing the Chinese start, probably for Xbox players, but there was so much protest against it that they reverted the change. Really? Oh, wow. I didn't know that they actually listened to us. I guess that's sort of cool. I did not know that they listened to us. All right, so Warline is going to be up to the Feudal Age a minute before Jasuni here. Jasuni has kind of walled this off. He doesn't want Warline getting in here, and who could blame him? There's lots of berries that could be denied. And Portuguese are good for this map because their berry pickers also collect wood at the same time. Like if we watch Jasuni, we see he's got this trickle of wood upward. That's from the berry pickers. Looks like he's got a wood relic, but it's actually just foragers. So Warlion is building a barracks. He has not docked. Oh, yikes. Warlion is going to be Feudal Age in just a few seconds, and he hasn't even docked. Weird. Warlion loves water. It's ironic because he's a lion, and lions don't like water. Well, cats in general don't like water, but Warlion has not gone water. He always goes water. What the heck, Warlion? Alright, he's building a stable. So guys, I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I assumed that Warlion was going to go water because that's pretty much what he always does, and he seemed to be sending more over to wood. But no, Warlion building a stable, and he's going to wall this off. And I guess he's going to scout rush Jasuni. So we'll have to see how that works for Warlion. Scout rush is the way. Maybe Warlion has stumbled upon some secret for this map. That in reality scouts are just the best way to play. And none of us realized it until Warlion showed us the way. Or maybe Warlion's scout rush will be totally anemic and counterproductive, and Jasuni will win in Feudal Age. He'll come back, he'll counterattack Warlion and crush him because it was just such a bad idea. We'll see. Okay, Warlion has the resources to build some scouts, so it says here he's got 3 scouts somewhere. They're moving out across the map. Does Jasuni have any idea what Warlion is up to? Nope. Jasuni knows where Warlion's town center is, but he does not know where the stable is. So Warlion's going to come in here and probably deny this market. The abundance of natural food helps with a scout rush. That's true, but Warlion is not taking the majority of it. So Warlion's scouts are savage. They kill 1 villager, and they deny this market. So Jasuni, he was going to sell a little bit of food and click up to the castle age, but now he can't. He's got to wait a little bit longer for these gold miners to bring in this food, and then he'll click up to the next age. Okay, Jasuni is going to try to finish this market, but Warlion is all over this. Warlion says, no market for you. And he's here with the scouts. So Warlion is going to pick off a second villager here. But his scouts are taking some damage to the town center arrow fire. I don't know. If you're Jasuni, maybe you just delete this market and rebuild it somewhere where the scouts aren't. But Jasuni also needs to get another wood line going. Alright, looks like he's coming back here for this. Oh no, the villager pathing. Oh no, there's going to be so many villagers on the wrong side of this wood line here. But we'll see. Jasuni needs a second building in order to click up. Oh, that's why Warlion is being extra annoying. That's true. Jasuni doesn't have another building except for this blacksmith. And now Warlion's scouts are here. Jasuni gonna build a house. Okay, so Warlion has got 3 kills. And Jasuni does not even have a barracks, so he can't make spearmen to defend against Warlion's scouts. Okay, he does kill another one with town center arrow fire. Kills 2 more. And I think Jasuni should be able to get this market up. Let's Jasuni, just send like 4 villagers to build this market. And you'll be fine. Meanwhile, Warlion, he's still making scouts. Alright, he's making 1 more scout. And he is going on to gold. So Warlion is clearly thinking about Castle Age. He hasn't gotten bloodlines for these scouts. They still only have 45 HP. Jasuni's market has gone up. Now Jasuni will be able to click up, but he still has villagers in queue. He's probably distracted by Warlion's scout rush. Warlion being annoying with this scout. He's being a pest. Okay, Warlion is on his way up to the Castle Age. He's going to be up before Jasuni. Alright, Jasuni realizes that this scout is underneath his town center, and he finally kills it. So, and then clicks up. So, that was That was a pretty harrowing scout rush there that Warlion did against Jasuni. So we'll see what happens. Luckily for Jasuni, he's got fishing ships on his fish. So he's, oh well, I mean, where else would they be, right? Now, he's only got 4 of them. I would build more. If you know that your opponent isn't on water, build more. Oh no. Oh no. Disaster. Disaster. Ugh. Yeah, the villagers, they're so dumb. Alright, Jasuni building another lumber camp. I like this lumber camp. This will allow him to take the reeds and the palm trees and everything, and it should be much more efficient that way. So Jasuni, look at this. Jasuni's going to basically be able to plant down a university and a monastery and click up to the next stage, sell some food. He's got way too many resources. Warlion over here knocking at the door on this barracks. But a spearman is under construction, so Warlion is not going to want to stay around for much longer. It's a disaster of the worst kind. It was cataclysmic. It was what's the word they use? Titanic. Titanic was a terrible disaster of the 20th century, and the name of a ship that sunk in 1912. Okay, so Warlion, what's he doing with his castle age? Warlion has made a dock now. Alright, Warlion has decided now he is going to mess with Jasuni's fish. Does Jasuni know about that dock? Oh, you know what? I bet Warlion... No, he does not. But he sees this villager building a house. Alright, Warlion is coming out with the fire galley, so then Jasuni will know about it. So this is motivated by Warlion's lust for the relics. There can be no other explanation. Warlion wants the relics for himself. And who wouldn't? Okay, he is making a few knights. Again, just to mess with Jasuni. Jasuni is building a monastery here. Okay. He's got some pointy boys coming forward. And they are going to guard the villager that's making this monastery. Monastery would be a good way to deal with these annoying knights, too. These annoying knights are going to get in on Jasuni's woodline. That is unfortunate. He has not lost any villagers to them yet, though. And he still hasn't. Nope. So the knights have not lost any villagers. But haven't killed any villagers. He's... Oh, wait. Alright, he just lost another villager. So somewhere a knight killed a villager. And we didn't see it. Oh, well. So Warlion has some fire ships here, and he is burning Jasuni's dock. Jasuni has a transport ship. He wants to get out here, and he wants to get at these relics, but not with Warlion's current water control. So Jasuni will have to invest more into docks of his own, but Warlion's knights are in on his woodline. That's rough. Getting raided by knights constantly, trying to make things happen. Look at these pikemen are chasing this knight, they can't keep up, so now they're coming back over here to kill these knights. These villagers are having a hard time pathing around these houses to try to get to safety, and then the knights just pick them off, they run into the back. Jasuni's lost 11 villagers so far to Warlion's incessant raiding. Pikemen are eventually going to chase these knights off, but man, did Warlion do some damage there. Jasuni's got to do something. Seal this off. Build a stone wall. Build a gate. Build a monastery to plug that up. Something. You can't leave this open for the knights to run back in again. Alright, let's check on Warlion's town. What's Warlion doing? Well, he's added another town center. And he's added a blacksmith. And he's added a transport ship. Alright, here it is. So Warlion intends to come and collect these relics. He's got fire ships. Oh! Looks like... Oh, okay. These are monks. So Jasuni has not gotten any relics yet. He does, however, have a couple of monks in the monastery. And he will probably pop out and try to convert fire galleys. That could be an effective strategy. He saved his transport ship. He brought it back here within range of his sea tower. Pikemen do deal bonus damage to ships, so he actually might be able to fight this here if his monks helped out. He's converting some fire ships, and he's completed this dock, and he's going to get the fire ship upgrade from Fire Galley. Alright, so War Lion snagging a relic and hopping back into transport, and he's going to head home. And now he's got 2 monks, so we can get 2 relics on the next run, and then 2 more on the next run. So you could potentially do this in just 2 more trips. The monks, having claimed 2 fire ships, are killed by knights. Oh, yes, I see. War Lion's knights. And Jasuni has a couple fire ships. He has built a caravel. Caravels are very good in high numbers against large groups of ships. They do pass-through damage. Jasuni is on his way up to Imp. Jasuni needs this Imp. Jasuni needs to Feitoria boom. Oh, but War Lion with the forward archery ranges. He's going to make archers against Jasuni. The archers could be very effective against Jasuni's army of pikemen. What's he doing here? He's building a mining camp to take this 100 stone. Oh, I don't know that that's worth it. I would build it here. This might not be so secure of a location. Really, neither location is safe, I think. Does Jasuni know about War Lion's dastardly plans to attack him from this direction? No, he does not. So War Lion has these dastardly plans, but Jasuni doesn't see it. I don't even think Jasuni has... He must not have Town Watch. I think that's the reason. It doesn't look like he even has Town Watch. Okay, so... It doesn't say up here. But Jasuni will complete this monastery, and then he will see what War Lion is doing. And he's not going to like it. So he'll either complete the monastery and then see, or the monastery will be denied, and then he'll see. So he's going to see this siege workshop here, and he sends the pikemen forward to attack. And now Jasuni is probably going to see the rest of it. He sees an archery range, he sees some villagers, so he knows that War Lion has been planning something from over here for a long time. Jasuni has 45 seconds left to get up to Imperial Age. He's building a stable now, and I think he wants to make some knights against these archers here. There is... Oh no, there's a Scorpion. The Scorpion is going to make quick work of pikemen here. Luckily for Jasuni, he does have some ships to help out. He's got a fire ship, a caravel, I think a war galley. And this sea tower is presumably doing lots of damage to War Lion's fire galleys, but I think that there are too many. War Lion has triggered the relic victory, by the way. His monastery is right here, and it's not going to be easy to siege. However, if Jasuni controls water, he actually could take this out. War Lion making lots of demolition ships. I like this. He's moving into Jasuni's base. He has denied this siege workshop. He has denied this stable. Jasuni trying to get the Feitoria up over here. Hopefully, just for Jasuni's sake, he's able to get this Feitoria up before the crossbowmen arrive. But they're going to see this villager fleeing, so that's not good. This villager's going to, like a bee, leading you to the honeypot. And War Lion is going to deny this Feitoria. Oof, that really hurts. Those villagers going down. Jasuni has built another, or has built a stable, I should say. But he has no food. He has no food. He would have to sell wood and maybe buy food. And it is not looking well. It is not looking pretty for Jasuni. He's got 24 villagers and 2 military. War Lion has a way of messing with your plans. I will say that he completely wrecked me in our set. So War Lion has been practicing. This is something that he's been excited for a long time. And he's been playing well. Alright, War Lion going to build a castle here to deny the construction of this Feitoria. I think Jasuni is going to have to delete it and build the Feitoria somewhere else. And here go the villagers. They're running. No, they're chopping. I think maybe Jasuni is considering his options here. He does have a couple of galleons. He's gotten the galleon upgrade, and they could be effective against crossbows. The galleons are targeting the rams. Jasuni has villagers in this town center to maybe shank the rams when they arrive. Maybe that's Jasuni's plan. He is chopping down here. This is going to get denied pretty soon. I have a... Oh wait, Jasuni's got some knights. He's got 6 military. And they're villagers targeting this castle. They're villagers targeting these... Sorry, they're knights trying to get on this castle. The ships were attacking the villagers. And Jasuni does fight off this ram push. Oh no. Oh no. Look at these demolition ships. Warlion's gonna come in and blow up Jasuni's town center. And all these villagers come popping out. He's lucky that Warlion didn't have one more demolition ship. He could have blown up a lot of villagers simultaneously. Warlion does have the next best thing, though, which are a bunch of crossbowmen. And he starts picking off villagers, and Jasuni calls the GG. Oof! Jasuni getting chewed up by the lion, just like me. Warlion getting this castle up, denying Jasuni's Fatoria that he started. All right, let's move on to the next game. The next one is Comet. This is another choice of Jasuni's. This map, however, was not made by Jasuni, but by BP Dredge. Jasuni says could have gotten Imp a lot earlier. I think in that last game, Warlion is not making the same mistakes that Jasuni's previous opponents have made. Warlion has been playing more aggressively against Jasuni, which is what I think you need to do. Although Warlion played aggressively against me as well. So I think he's just a more aggressive player, and that could be more effective against the handicap. Alright, so Warlion is in the south, he's playing as the Green Spanish, and Jasuni is in the north, he's playing as the Blue Romans. You guys can see it's a comet. We got, pieces of comet that have broken off. We've got this stream of mangrove shallow terrain here kind of surrounding and padding these land masses. You can sail around with ships or you can attack. Who knows what you could do. It's pretty fun though. There are no player-assigned wood lines, just big ones. And usually players can find the wood lines alright and they know what to do. Okay, the boar has been triggered. Warlion bring the boar in. He's actually getting that boar pretty early. He's getting it before going out and building a lumber camp, which is interesting. He's probably afraid of getting lamed, actually. Laming is quite popular on this map. Okay, a little bit of a scout fight. Scouts are identical for now. So what do you do with Spanish on this map? I think you go Fast Castle and Conquistadors. Jasuni doing a double boar lure. What does Jasuni do as Romans against Conks? I think it's hard. I think you do Man-at-Arms, and I think you do your best to prevent them from going Fast Castle into Conks, because Conks can just kite Legionaries and Man-at-Arms and Scorpions all day long. It's super annoying. They're such a griefing unit, really, Conks. I guess in theory you can win games with them, but boy are they annoying. You can win games against them, is what I mean. Okay, Warlion sending a 4th to wood. No, 5th to wood. So, is Warlion docking? Warlion has not really done much with docking. I expected Warlion to do more water action, but he hasn't. Warlion usually loves to go water. He loves to make lots of fish. He loves to make navy. So both players have pretty active town centers. Warline with 0 seconds of town center idle time, and Jasuni with only 5. Best counter to conks are skirms and walling. I mean, maybe, but it takes a lot to get there. It's very easy to get going with conks if you're Spanish. Archers should also trade just fine. I don't disagree in theory. Okay, so we got a mill coming up here for Jasuni. Has Warline docked yet? Yes, he has. I like this dock. This dock is on a peninsula. Warline should have probably docked out here, though, next to these dolphins. And there's still box turtles to take. Jasuni's docked as well. No fishing ships. Warline is building a fishing ship. Okay. Conks use their mobility to pick fights. That's true, they use their mobility to pick fights and then go in and snipe villagers. Alright, so Warlion's starting a wall off. This is telling me Warlion is planning on going fast castle. He does not want Jasuni getting in. Jasuni is on his way up to the feudal age. If you're Jasuni, I think you should be building barracks right now. Build the barracks right now and start making the militia, and then upgrade them to man-at-arms as soon as you get to feudal age, and it could be pretty powerful against Warlion. See, look at this. Warlion has no military. He doesn't even have a barracks. He's got a lot on gold here. So this is a fast castle type build for Warlion. Got 412 food, and he's at 26 pop. And I think he wants to click up to the castle age now, so he's probably going to force drop off some food. And sorry, feudal age. And click up to the feudal age. There it is. So he has 20 seconds of town center idle time, but he's on his way up to the feudal age. And he's going to have a lot of villagers working at the same time. Jasuni's scout is back here looking around. Warline has a few fishing ships helping out with these box turtles. We've seen players actually kind of like wall across the wood lines and then wall across to like a resource and then to the town center. So you can't really wall this off. I guess you can wall it off maybe from some land units, but I think land units can still walk across this. But you can't build here. So where is Warline going? He's got to be careful. What is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know what Warline is going to do. He's not really looking like he's got the food to go castle age. Maybe Warlion just goes fire galleys. But Jasuni only has 3 fishing ships, so Warlion's food situation is not really looking like fast castle. It's looking like some kind of feudal. Well, but there's no barracks. I don't know. Maybe Warline is going to tower rush. I just don't know. Alright, here's the market. Alright, so he is doing an FC, but it's an FC on an unfamiliar map. And so therefore it's not a fast castle. Alright, Jasuni here with the man-at-arms. He needs to be careful not to take too much free damage from Warlion. Alright, the man-at-arms are going to get in on Warlion's woodline. Or at least they're going to get on this villager. Warlion needs to wall that here. Yeah, there he goes. So that's unfortunate for Jasuni, though. That villager does not go down. He's not able to micro that. But he is coming around this way. And what you do is you just attack the mining camp or you attack the lumber camp. And you force Warlion to repair it. So Warlion's actually... His villagers came out of the wall and was like, I know we're under attack, but let's just finish this house over here. Jasuni needs to pay attention, though, otherwise he's going to lose this villager. He's building an archer range. Jasuni continuing with the aggression, which I like. He's stolen Warlion's goose. Oh, but Warlion gets it back. So Jasuni has not done any damage with his Man-at-Arms rush so far. Warline has been able to mitigate the damage. He is sending more Man-at-Arms, though. This will catch Warline off guard, I think. I think Warline expects this big of a commitment to Man-at-Arms. Warlion still does not have really anywhere near the resources to click up. He's kind of getting there. Maybe if he bought a little bit more food, he could be sort of close. He's not on stone. And Jasuni is somewhat making sure that he doesn't go on stone. I like this tower from Jasuni. I think this is a good tower. What does Warline have over here? Oh, Warline is tower rushing Jasuni as well. Interesting. Now, Jasuni does have another gold here that he could go to, but this gold would be preferable. Warline here with a scout and with a tower, and he's going to try to pick off a villager. If Jasuni's not careful, he could lose a villager. He needs to fight back. But Jasuni is probably too busy microing these Man-at-Arms here. And yeah, that lady is just going to go down for free, which is unfortunate. Warline has walled in this Man-at-Arms. And he's fighting this other Man-at-Arms. There's more Man-at-Arms coming. Warline has an archer here. Or Jasuni has an archer here. Warline has microed away this weak villager. Jasuni is attacking this mining camp, trying to destroy it. More villagers are coming out. So Warlion really wants to... he really wants to get a castle up. Look at all these villagers that he's sending. We got more Man-at-Arms coming across. Okay, so Jasuni is going to relocate his gold miners. Maybe he figures, I got enough gold. I'll go on to stone now. Jasuni should totally be all over this, though. You do not want to let the Spanish... I think Warline is going to lose a villager here. This is the first villager that we've seen him lose, but according to this, Jasuni has killed 3 total villagers. And Warline's starting to overwhelm, or be overwhelmed by Jasuni's military. Just hasn't invested in Castle Age, but Jasuni needs to be careful, otherwise he'll die to the town center. And Warline running for cover. Jasuni diving the town center for some villager kills. These Man-at-Arms are taking lots of damage, though. Do not want to be underneath the town center for that. Hey, Cookie Pirate! Oh, that villager gets away. I think that this military of Jasuni's would have had better value over here. If Jasuni had camped this stone, he really could have wrecked Warline. I mean, look. Warline's got 0 on wood, 9 on food. He's very broke, and he does not have a lot of villagers working. Jasuni trying to destroy the market, which is, I think, a really smart play. And Jasuni kind of taking his foot off the gas here. I think he's considering Castle Age himself. He'll probably sell a little bit of food and then click up. Oh, Jasuni sold a lot of food. Wait, he must have... Okay, he clicked up. But I think it is a mistake to let Warline get safe stone like this. I think Jasuni should be... I think Jasuni should be sparing no expense to keep Warline off the stone and to destroy Warline's market. If you can do that, you can prevent Warline from making a castle, because if Warline makes a castle, he's going to make conks, and you will be in a very bad spot. Jasuni sold some wood to click up to the Castle Age. But, yeah, so far Warline has been in a really, really bad spot. Warline is going to have to work really hard to come back into this game, I think. Jasuni has really messed with him a lot. I mean, Warline even starting this wall off here because he knows he cannot afford to get taken off of this stone. Probably what will happen is Warline will build a castle, like, right here. So castle goes up. Warline is built it a little bit more forward, and the conchs are being made. These conchs are going to come back here, and they're going to camp this, and they're going to camp this. And Jasuni is just not going to be able to keep up with it, I don't think. I think he's just going to lose villager after villager, and Warline is going to climb his way back into this game. Warline will do whatever he needs to do. So Jasuni plans to drop a castle here. I like that castle, but I don't think it will go up. Warline is going to do whatever market abuse he needs to do to keep the conquistadors constantly being produced. He's going to run around. He's going to pick off villagers. He's already gotten 4. So he's going to come over here. 2 conchs I think is enough to, what, one-shot a villager or something? They deal a ton of damage. 16 damage. No, 2-shot a villager. Still a lot of damage. Alright, Jasuni building this castle here. He loses some archers to the town center for free. Warline has to relocate. Warline is going to take this gold. It's going to take Jasuni's gold. Jasuni getting a lot of the upgrades here. Warline's conchs are coming around to deal with this castle. This is why you build castles with lots of villagers, is because this castle will be denied. These villagers will create this tower and then garrison in it, and then it will distract these villagers, and then this castle will not go up. Warline and Jasuni are both content to just let each other fish like this. These conchs are here. There's no way this villager's going to escape. Man-at-Arms are not gonna kill the conchs. And Jasuni's castle is denied. These Man-at-Arms are tearing through this lumber camp, though. So Warline now with a villager advantage over Jasuni. Jasuni's gotten 11 eco kills, and Warline has only gotten 7. But Jasuni's town center has probably been idle longer, than Warline's. So, therefore, he has not been making villagers as much. I think their fishing ship count is similar. Warline is going to wall in this castle so that Jasuni cannot possibly finish it. Jasuni wants to drop a castle here. Warline is going to micro his conquistadors in a very annoying and efficient way. And I do not believe that this castle will go up either. Okay, we got longswords now for Jasuni. Warline dropping a tower. The tower actually does not even deny all of these villagers. The tower is not advanced enough. It goes up, but it's not going to be able to deny this castle, actually. So Warline caught off guard by that one. So he's just going to come out and raid. Jasuni has been keeping the pressure on Warline, so I guess he's been keeping the conchs here instead of over here in his economy. Jasuni wants to build a town center here. This town center is probably not going to go up unless the villagers all shank this conquistador. Nobody has built over here and colonized these islands yet. And Warline building a town center here to take that gold. Warline just sort of casually on 3 town centers. Jasuni has built a Centurion. I think Jasuni should build some petards and blow up this town center with petards. He could even blow up this castle with petards if he has enough. If he gets like 12 petards, he'll blow up this castle. I think technically castles need 8, but the castle always kills a few before you get there, and you never know when your opponent might have units that are in the way. So I think we saw good aggression from Jasuni, but I think his big mistake was taking the foot off the gas and letting Warline build this castle. If Warline had not built this castle, then there would be no conchs. And Jasuni wouldn't have to be dealing with all of this. Conchs are just so annoying. So Warline should be able to kill this. Unless he... Oh, actually, he has no range and attack upgrades at all for his buildings, so he might actually not be able to kill that. He might need to get... Oh, he's getting it now. He's getting fletching. That'll really, really help. He's still broke. It's not over. It's not over. But he is in a commanding spot. Conks are microing against everything. Okay, and he does manage to save that town center. The long swords are tanky. Where? I'll click one next time I see it. I know Centurions are tanky. I didn't think longswords were tanky. I don't really think of longswords as being tanky. Jasuni should refresh his mining camp here. Jasuni is... I guess he's working on another castle. Wants a stone for it. Where would Jasuni put a castle if he built it? He did manage to destroy Warlion's town center here and damage Warlion's other town center. But Warlion is just building close to him. I think Jasuni should build a castle in his own base. He should build it right on his gold. That would be very annoying to Warlion. Warlion is taking gold here. He could theoretically take gold here, I think. Jasuni should make 2 petards, though. Or 3 or 4 petards. He should destroy this tower, first of all. Make 2 petards, bust this open, and finish this castle. That could be pretty devastating against Warlion. Oh, look at this, though. This Trail of Tears. These conks are in Jasuni's base. Raining havoc on the villagers in the form of bullets. Jasuni with resources, though. He's getting elite skirm to deal with the conquistadors. He's got longswords here. Alright, let's click on the longswords to see how tanky they are. They have 60 HP, so I wouldn't call them tanky. Jasuni has built a siege workshop here, so he has plans to attack this town center again. And lots of villagers have gone down here. Warlion has tied up the kill to death. 5/5 armor? Oh, that's true. That is true. That's probably what you mean, huh? 5/5 armor is pretty good in Castle Age. Jasuni trying to pull off of this stone, but these gunners are here on horseback, and his villagers are continuing to get mowed down. So this is pretty much what I thought would happen once Warlion got the town center up. He's just being super annoying, running around with conks, killing every villager that Jasuni has. But Jasuni still has 35 villagers, so he's not out. He's down, but he's not out. Jasuni working on this wall segment. He wants to complete this town center. And since Warlion has no military in this area, he's free to proceed with that plan. Alright, this is open. Does Jasuni send anything to finish this? This would be very annoying for Warlion if Jasuni finished this. Okay, yes, he is. Sending a couple villagers to finish it. He's going to send some rams to attack this town center here. He's going to send a centurion to fight with the rams. And we've got conquistadors coming to try to stop this. Jasuni only able to fit 1 villager in here, which is unfortunate. The first ram goes down. There are some skirmishers here. I think there are too many conks, even for this number of skirmishers. Wants to break his way in and finish the castle. Is this town center going to go down? No, it doesn't look like it. Warlion's town center surviving again. With 167 HP. Wow. Okay. Well, it was a good attempt. Jasuni is going to clear this out a little bit better. Maybe he could send a bunch more villagers here this time, but Warlion is going to come and re-wall it, I think. Does not want Jasuni finishing that. Yep. Builds a new wall. Jasuni could sell wood and click up to Imperial Age. And he could actually treb these castles down from the safety of his own trebuchet, potentially. He doesn't have much of a base left here. Warline's cleared that out. He's going to come and steal the farms. Jasuni with a great exodus from this town center. He's probably concerned that Warline will finish this castle eventually. Warline is taking this stone. Nobody's come out here to expand in this direction yet. It seems that it's just too aggressive out here. This part never really gets used. The Eco KD is surprisingly even. Yeah, that is true. It's been a very chaotic and entertaining game, I have to say. Jasuni has held on a lot longer than I thought, and Warline has recovered better than I thought. I was not expecting something like this. Jasuni did manage to get this castle up somehow. I don't know how that happened. I didn't see it. So we got the castle up. Warline has to finally abandon this town center. And so he's going to build another town center here. Jasuni almost with the stone to build even another castle beyond this, but he's building one here. I don't like this castle. I think this castle is a waste of time. I would build this castle right here. Jasuni has longswords here. They're trying to deny Warline from building this castle. Yeah, this is a mess. I think the center of mass of Warline's town is over here. He ranges his castle? Yeah, so what? Who cares? Build it here. Build it on his wood lines. This would be a much better castle. Could you imagine a castle right here denying both of these wood lines from Warline? He'd basically have to just come over here, or maybe all the way over here. And you can see that he is kind of desperate for wood because he's building a lumber camp here. This is a pretty bad lumber camp location. So Jasuni with the stone to build another castle if he wishes it. He could buy some food and click up to Imp. Jasuni with 48 villagers to Warline's 71. It's been one heck of a game so far. What is this? He's building a mill. Alright, he's just gonna farm. Jasuni's saying, need more food, just gonna make farms. Warline trying to convert a villager. Where are these guys going? Oh, they are gonna go storm that monk. Okay. I would, if Jasuni built a castle here, I would just absolutely love that. Yes! Yes, let's go! This is an amazing castle. Well, this castle should have been built here. But it's fine. Jasuni probably wanted this castle to range this ram. Oh my goodness. Hell yes. This is one of the best castle drops I've ever seen. Look at how much wood it denies. Jasuni's in on this too. How is Jasuni doing this? He's like coming back. What is going on? And he's on his way up to the Imperial Age. Oh, yikes. Warline is in trouble. What is Warline doing? He's got 69 villagers to Jasuni's 50. And he's going to have to repair this castle. This castle... No, don't stop, Jasuni. Don't stop. Alright, Jasuni does manage to get that castle. Wow! Wow! This is an insane game so far. Nice wood, a tower, and the farming space for 2 town centers. Yeah, it's a really good castle. And Jasuni could even afford to build another castle, and he should probably build it like right here or something. Maybe here. What is this? Warlion building a market. And he wants to abuse the market. So Warlion is going to expand out here, which is very smart. And he's just going to kind of try to fight this delaying game on this main island as long as possible, I think. I'm not really sure whose base this is, honestly. It was Jasuni's base, and then Warlion took it over, and then Jasuni's taking it over again. Warlion trying to farm as much as possible. The castle's ranging the villagers. Jasuni has killed 82 villagers and lost 52 villagers. So, just an insane villager kill-to-death ratio. Holy crap. Alright, Warlion does have a conch army here, and he's looking for damage on Jasuni. Jasuni's got more castles now, so it's going to be harder for the conchs to get kills, but not impossible. But there are a lot of towers and castles and such. Looks like Jasuni is preparing some rams. But I thought this was over when Warlion got that castle. I was like, oh, Warlion's just going to raid everything. But somehow Jasuni is making this work. Jasuni's ram is not going to make it to this castle. It gets shot down and shanked down before anything else. There are Centurions in on Warlion's gold miners. They need the garrison. Warlion is docking, and he is fish booming. Okay. Well, that's an interesting choice. I actually like this. I think this is smart. Warlion's decision to fish boom. Well, Jasuni is tied up here. Warlion is going to try to do as much economic activity out here as possible. Jasuni has trebuchets. Warlion has a relic here, apparently. Warlion has some conquistadors. They're trying to hit the Centurion. There they go. They do get him. Warlion has fish traps out here. I would have resigned a long time ago if this were me. If I were in Warlion's position, I would have been like, you know what? You have it. I can't figure out where my base is, and if I don't know where my base is, I don't keep playing. But Warlion's just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just have things everywhere. It's fine. Okay, so Jasuni's trebuchet is working on Warlion's castle. He's got some Centurions here. This castle's going to go down. Is Warlion going to have any castles left after this? I don't think so. Warlion is going to need another plan. He does have a lot of eco out here. The tail of the comet is starting to come into effect. Warlion with 90 villagers somewhere. He's got conquistadors. He's evacuating this way. Jasuni chasing him with the longswords. I'm sure Warlion would love it if Jasuni gave up and he could build like a mining camp here or something like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Warlion adding another town center. So Warlion, I think, is just going to try to go for water, maybe, and win water. Oh, you know what Warlion should do? Warlion should go Spanish cannon galleons and just flatten everything. He should win water with Spanish cannon galleons and just destroy everything that Jasuni makes. I would love that. I would actually I would lose it if Warlion went Spanish cannon galleons and somehow won. This is a horrible castle, though. This castle needs to be like back here, though. Because this castle is basically just giving his opponent hill advantage for free. What does it protect? The town center? Who cares? Build it back here and take this gold instead. Or, no, you can't really build it any closer to this castle because Jasuni's an imp. And if Jasuni sees that castle going up, that's true, Warlion has almost twice as much eco, but Jasuni with the handicap and with the map control. So Warlion's eco is kind of balanced out by Jasuni. Okay, Centurions are going to come and find these fishing ships, I think. Nope. Don't think so. They're going to find the dock. I think Warline is going to shortly realize what... Or Jasuni is going to shortly realize what Warline has out here. He is getting commit tat... It says... Whatever. Roman... Let me read that again. Commit tat tenses. Commit to tenses. And that is a Roman unique technology, and I think it gives certain units charge attacks. Maybe swordsman units, legionary type units, and I think maybe the centurion as well. University going up for Warline, so probably for chemistry, if I had to guess. Warline gets to the Imperial Age. He actually is in the Imperial Age. He needs this to get chemistry. I think that's what he will research. He's getting hussars. He's getting demolition rafts. He's getting a relic, a couple relics. Jasuni has pretty much won the main part of the head of the comet, I would say. Jasuni is not really acting aggressively against Warline, and I think that's a mistake. Maybe Jasuni is just content to clean up what's left of Warline over here, and then shift his focus over to Warline. But I think it's a mistake giving Warline breathing room like this. Alright, Warline has built a few conquistadors. He's actually getting bloodlines, but he hasn't gotten chemistry as far as I can tell so far. So no cannon galleons for Warline. I know, it's probably just a pipe dream. It's pretty expensive to go cannon galleon. Jasuni destroying these fish traps with a trebuchet, that's pretty funny. So what is this going to be from Warline? Is this going to just be a Hussar flood? I don't know. I think that's playing to Jasuni's strengths. Alright, Warline has castle dropped this trebuchet, which is an interesting choice. This town center is still going to go down. Is this castle in the minimum range of the trebuchet? I don't think so. Let's see it. I think it might be. The trebuchet is not attacking the castle, which is pretty funny. Alright, Jasuni has the legionary upgrade. He's got the attack upgrade, I do believe. Yeah, he's got the attack upgrades. He's got the armor for centurions. He's got the armor for infantry. So Jasuni's pretty Roman decked out, I would say. He's fighting Warline everywhere. Warline's over here. He's over here. Apparently he's over here. Jasuni attacking this castle. Warline's going to need murder holes. He's getting it now. Jasuni needs to make more siege weapons. I feel like Jasuni, if he had 4 more trebuchets, he'd be in a really good spot. Here's a trebuchet right here he can use to attack this castle. Murder holes is in. The castle is now going to be able to attack these units, and it is doing so. So Jasuni's going to start to notice his legionaries going down. I agree. This is a pretty wild last game. They both want it. Warline wants to try to get the 3-0, and Jasuni wants to take a game off of Warline. Warline's sieging Jasuni's castle now with trebuchets of his own. Warline is up to 120 villagers working. Jasuni has thousands of unspent resources. He really needs to sort of put his finger on the pulse of this game and figure out that Warline is out here, and he needs to come out here and mess with Warline. It's not really enough to send a few units to attack this castle or let his own castle go down. Jasuni should refresh this lumber camp, though. This is a pretty shabby looking lumber camp. Alright, he is refreshing that one. Jasuni should build a bunch of barracks. He just got the Elite Centurion upgrade. So you should build like 10 barracks across here and just flood the Centurions. I really think they would have a good chance. Centurions have very good statistics. They're powerful units for what you pay. I don't know if they're the best against conquistadors, but he could put a lot more of them out there. Alright, I think we're going to have a big fight here. I think Jasuni is committed to winning this fight. Warlion is going to micro back. Warlion, assumingly... Oh no, he does not have Elite Conquistador. Jasuni deciding to go after the siege weapons instead. Instead, the trebuchets to fight the conquistadors, which makes a lot more sense. I think Romans are missing the final attack upgrade. Yeah, they don't get it, which is unfortunate. And Jasuni's going to snipe these siege weapons, which is really good for him. There's just one more trebuchet here. Is he going to snipe that? Looks like he's going for it. Warlion's shooty boys are having a hard time hitting here. Is Jasuni going to get the last one? He is. And then all of Jasuni's soldiers die. Jasuni needs to be throwing down tons of farms. He needs to have like 6 villagers on this gold. And he needs to be building another castle. He needs to be building a bunch of barracks. He needs to be flooding units across the map. These are all things which Jasuni can practice at. Get better. Okay, Warlions, Conquistadors, they should be in sufficient mass to gun down these Centurions at this point. He's got the Hussar here to deal with any skirmisher. And I think this is once again starting to look like Warlion's game. Jasuni has the score lead, but I don't think it'll be for long. Jasuni with 115 eco kills and Warlion with 78 eco kills. This game has just been crazy. There's not much point in chasing Conquistadors. They're too good at hit and run. What does Jasuni do against Conquistadors? Probably he tries to go Scorpion, and then he just hopes that that Warlion doesn't get bombard cannons out. I really think Romans need redemption monks, but they decided to make them insanely good at things and then leave obvious holes in their tech tree. So that's just the way that the devs wanted to design the civilization, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's their decision. It's not enough legionaries here. Warlion will hit and run. Does he have unique elite conks yet? No, he does not. Well, there's too many Hussars for skirms, I think. Warlion gets fully upgradable Hussars, and they're merely tickled by skirmishers. They're like, woo! When the javelin comes in. If it were another civ like Poles or something, or Burmese, or Koreans, then it could make a lot of sense that skirmishers... But these ones are missing attack as well. So they're even worse against Hussars. Actually, it might not make a difference, but Roman skirms are not a good unit. They're not a kind of unit that you want to be making, unless you have no other options. Onager could be really good, but again, bombard cannons. Jasuni's got a trebuchet here. I think he forgot about that trebuchet. Interestingly, he's walled this off. I think he's afraid of ships getting in here. Warlion headed in with a raid. He's going to try to kill some of Jasuni's villagers. Push in. I think Warlion... He must be recharging his trebuchets or something. He's got 2 here. Playing it very cautiously. We finally get to see the tail of the comet used for a game, though, which is nice. Okay, this is it. This is Jasuni's push. He's making a counterattack against Warlion. Where are Warlion's conks? He needs them right now. Oh, okay, they're in here raiding Jasuni. This could be a more worthwhile use of the conks. This is too many conks even for a tower. Even if this guard tower went up, it's still too many conks. Jasuni's going to lose a bunch of villagers on gold. Oof, conks just have a way of deleting villagers like that. And I think that was Jasuni's major gold mine, too. I don't think he's taking gold anywhere else except here. And this town center is very injured. What is this? Warlion attacking this archery range with a bunch of villagers? What is that? Why is he doing that? Is he really not able to build his castle right here? He's got a I don't know what that is. Warlion coming here and intercepting this trebuchet. Actually, if Warlion could destroy this monastery and capture the relic from it, he could trigger a relic victory. He's coming back over here to see if Jasuni has gone back on the gold, but Jasuni is not. Jasuni is a little busy preparing his town center, and he's fighting with legionaries and skirmishers. I believe each of these skirmishers is doing 1 damage per javelin to the hussar. There's still a relic in the east. Oh yes, here it is. So Warlion would have to get that one too. Jasuni should get that relic actually. It would really help him out here. Warlion with another wave of hussar. Jasuni building a tower here. I think he wants to secure this wood line. Or maybe add another line of defense to this town center. But there's so many raiding units here. Warlion picking up armor, picking up range, picking up attack, picking up more armor. So he's presumably built a lot of blacksmiths to do that kind of thing. I want to see cannon galleons from Warlion, but I don't think we're going to see them. He's just going to keep making trebuchets, and he's pushing Jasuni's castle now. Jasuni's villager count is dropping. He's below 70. He's at 70 population now. But he still has the resources to make more. Skirmishers are going to push Warlion off of gold. What's Warlion's gold situation? I guess he's got gold here. He's got gold here. Actually, Warlion's wood situation is looking questionable, and Warlion has built a lumber camp here to try to have a place to take wood. Warlion getting the final attack upgrade. He has trebuchets working on Jasuni's castle. There's not a lot of resources left over here. I guess there's a little bit of wood and some gold that Jasuni is afraid to take. Jasuni trying to stonewall this off, but Warlion's conquistadors shoot the villager. There's a lot of skirms here. It's a keep, actually, and Jasuni's keeps will have a little bit more health because of the handicap. Warlion sending in a wave of hussar, sending in more conks. Look at all these conks. Warlion with 59 conks. Are you kidding me? You could fight anything in this. What's Warlion so afraid of? Here he comes. And I bet he rolls forward with the trebuchet, and this is basically what's left of Jasuni's army. And admittedly, it's a lot of stuff, but there's just so much firepower here. So much attack power. Just everything just dies under this withering assault. A few odd hussars in front. Warline could even probably kill this town center without too much effort from all of these conks. I believe he will do this next. Jasuni with 15 villagers and 4 military. So it's looking pretty dire. Warline is pop-capped. Where are Jasuni's villagers? Okay, he wants to rebuild some of his town out here. Doesn't want to give three games to the Lion, but he might not have a choice. He's fleeing this way. The conks will surely follow. Jasuni is building a castle here. I don't think that castle will go up. Maybe it will. Town center goes down, and Warlion's armies are spreading out across the head of the comet from its tail. He destroys the blacksmith, and Jasuni calls the GG. What an insane game. It was a great game to leave it on. If I played a game like that, I would just be so happy. It wouldn't even matter if I lost. So Warlion taking 3 games off of Jasuni. He's looking pretty strong in the league so far. So that's going to do it for this cast, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching these games as much as I did. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.